So in this video I will continue from where I left it from video number 1. So basically in video number 1 we have discussed how you can change the layers, how you can zoom in and out, how you can add little markers, and how you can use the search bar up here or the search box to find the specific address. So once you're happy with your map, once you're done basically, you can click on the button down here where it says download, and a little download menu will appear. So there are different formats that you can download the map in. It says down here. The standard format is an Illustrator SVG, so it's a high quality vector file. Such a file you can then of course adjust further or modify further if you want to in graphic programs like Illustrator, for example, and in other graphic programs. The second file format option that you have is CorelDRAW SVG, and the last one is simply a JPEG, a bitmap file. So for graphic designers, hopefully this will make a lot of sense and give them enough choice to further modify and use these maps. So what you can choose is, when you download this, you can choose a certain print size. And the options that you have for print size are either millimeters or centimeters, inches or pixels, depending on if you want to use this for a web or a print project. Any of these 4 options makes more or less sense. So let's say we stick with, for example, millimeters. So if I were to choose the size of 100 millimeters, width, the height would be 48.7 millimeters. If you look at the screen, that's the aspect ratio. It's roughly 1 to 2. So for 100 millimeters width, I would get roughly 48 millimeters height. If I download this map right now, it would show up exactly in this size in an SVG file. So if you open it, for example, in Illustrator, it will show up exactly the same way in Illustrator, and then you can edit it further if you wanted to. Of course, I could say I want this in 1000 millimeters, then accordingly the height would adjust to 487 millimeters. So basically, when you download a map, have a think about what the size is that you want for your final product. So if it's just a standard brochure or expose half page, then it obviously doesn't make sense to print it out in 5 by 5 meters. That's a bit much. On the other hand, if you want to create a poster or anything that's a bit bigger than your standard brochure size, then accordingly you choose a print size that is a bit bigger. So I encourage you to simply create a map and then download it in different print sizes and then compare the different versions that you've downloaded. Then it becomes more obvious how the different versions will look like. That's basically it. So you choose a file size or file format. The best one I would recommend is always the SVG, because as a vector file it's most easily modifiable later on. And then you choose the print size. Once you're done, you click on download, and then the file is downloaded to your computer. That's basically it. Thank you.